Alright, now, welcome to Carpendonia. Carpendonia is the proud city-state of the Babylonian Empire. We don't have much resources here. The only way we can get resources is from the jungle, but the jungle holds many dangers which we're not used to and cannot explore properly. Well, we do have cuneiform, however, we can write. That just says, welcome to Carpendonia. This main gate here, just walk down the gate, down the road, which leads into the city. There's the farmers' houses right here, right outside the city walls, which are made of mud and clay. So inside this farmer's house is just like resources from which the farmers have tended to from the crops, which are potatoes, carrots, and grain. Down here is just another farmhouse where like an equally large crop field. Here's a villager who decided to wander outside the village. He's just weird. There's some more cuneiform. All rules made officially by our king. Our king goes by the name Bumbuga. Once you enter, you can start to see various structures. You notice these terrible-looking houses, which are the lower-class houses. They're made from clay and mud, and it's just purely disgusting, and the roads are all torn up. It's just a house you don't want to live in. Over here is the lower-class house again. They're just terrible-looking. Over here is a government building. No one's inside the government building right now, but if they were, they would be holding a meeting about businesses and stuff of that nature. Down this proper road is a middle-class home. There's four citizens right now inside the middle-class home. It's been a while, they're all squeezing in there, not in that other house, but oh well. Right here is a copy of Hammurabi's Law of Code. Obeying these rules are crucial. It's an eye for an eye, fair rules to most. There's a whole bunch of cuneiform on this clay tablet. Down here is just another middle-class home. Now for the main highlight of the entire city, the ziggurat. The ziggurat is the tallest and most valuable place in the city. There's 3 grand entrances, which suggest to the person walking inside the ziggurat that they're entering a holy place. Up here is the priest, who controls the irrigation system. There's 2 maps of the city, one of the city, and one of the whole irrigation system. And in here, there's some music. Just that way. Some music. Now, they didn't have all of these technology of electricity, but I thought it'd be cool to have it so when you pull that lever, it activates and deactivates this. Earlier that was activated, now it's not. But that's how they control the whole irrigation system and canals. Over here is a larger government building. Inside this government building are people who are holding a meeting. They don't look like they're having much fun and they want to leave. Oh well. Here is a monument of one of the villagers on his knees praying. The artisans had made that. Here is an upper-class home. These are the most grand of the homes. Double beds, quite big. There's some water and torches in case you get thirsty or get scared of the dark. Here's some silver and gold, because the upper-class homes are quite wealthy. There's another upper-class home occupied by a lot of people. Wow. No one's in there. You know, these villagers are quite weird. Here's where artisans craft. There should be 2 artisans in here, busily working away. I think one of them might have escaped, actually. Oh well. But he's busily crafting and helping. Over here is the marketplace. Walk down the gravel road, which actually is all around the city, leading to all the main parts. Here is the food merchant, He just sells foods to the villagers. I thought there was more food in there earlier. Wow. Literature seller. He's like a scribe. And he sells books that he's wrote. And paper. And all these sort of records. Here's where artisans crafting help. These two dudes help people who want to craft exotic furniture like a chair. Over here is a lesser temple. The lesser temple is quite small. Just one little priest and a few little windows. I don't want to miss the palace. Just gotta run down the road real quick. Boop. Well, we're coming up onto the palace. The palace is is the place for royalty, like the priest and his wife, and Bumbuga, who is the king, as mentioned earlier. There's Bumbuga, who is walking into the priest's wife. That's not very nice. Go leave. I just punched Bumbuga. Oh no, my hands. Well, here's the priest, there's his wife, and there's Bumbuga. The priest and his wife live in here. Some books and paper, and some water in case they get thirsty, and they share a room. Upstairs is a little storage unit, and a painting that was painted. Over here is what's going on outside. Over here is King Bumbuga's room. 4 beds, big painting, and a whole bunch of riches. And most importantly, a diamond, because he's really rich. And here's a book that is about food statuses on the village. Currently, there's a surplus amount of food to be distributed to every social class, even the lower class. Worrying about starvation will not be necessary for the next flood or drought. That's good information. We're not going to starve to death soon. On the ceiling, there's an Ankh, A-N-K-H, which just sort of decoration from the silver and gold vessels. Same with down here, some silver and gold vessels. Just gonna bust my way through the village. Repair it, because I'm such a good builder. Hop in here. Here's another lesser temple. A bit more royal than the other one. But not by much. There's no one near currently. But if you were, you would just sit in here and listen to the priest, who's right there. Walk down here. Here are the military barracks. Inside the military barracks is... Well, military barracks are the place for soldiers to sleep. Inside there, they have a silver sword, a bow, 17 arrows, a tunic, and pants, so they can just gear up and get ready for battle if ever needed to. Down here is the main temple. Main temple, which is a lot more royal, not as big or marvelous as the ziggurat, but this is where more wealthier people go to train, well, not train, but like practice polytheism, which is the belief in many gods. And I think there's only one more thing in this village that needs to be shown and talked about. Over here is another monument of the ruler of the Babylonian Empire, King Hammurabi, holding a Bible so he can easily pray. And when you run, this is all that Babylonia, well, not Babylonia, but Carpentonia, has to offer. It's quite nice. Royal Grand Gate. Farms, way to leave. Oh, I forgot. You can take a boat and travel down the river to another village. Well, the village is a long ways away, so... Well, that's how you trade the surplus amount of food for their surplus amount of wool, because they have a lot of herdsmen. And this is Babylonia. Well, not Babylonia. Carpentonia, part of the Babylonian Empire. And I've got a lot of developments in science, like art. And you should visit soon. It's quite nice. It's quite a nice place.